Welcome to our version of The View. We've never done anything like this. This is crazy. So much to talk about. I, like everyone here, I am an insane fan of the show, and it's a thrill on a fan level. I haven't met a bunch of you guys. It's really cool to get to meet you. Let's start with the first question. We talked about it in the last segment. How much do you worry about dying? Because this show is such a big part of your life. They don't seem to care who they kill, when they kill them. You never know what's going to happen. Why don't we start? Carice, can you tell us what you basically, Carice?
I'm more afraid of whether I'm going to be naked again.
You have no idea when you're going to be naked. You just turn the page and it says.
I just want to know whether I have to go to a gym or not. You know? Not that I ever do when I get naked, but okay. That's not...
Okay, Maisie, what about you? Do you try and ever talk to the writers and get hints about, please tell me I'm going to be okay this season?
I start asking them, and then I feel like I'm being annoying. I think maybe I shouldn't ask them because I'll end up dead quicker. So, and then I turn to sucking up to them, and I'm like, can I, buy you a drink, or do you want to go out for some food? And then I'm like, am I still being annoying? And I don't really know how to get around the death thing, but I'm doing all right so far.
You're doing okay so far. Now, it has been, I've heard that the writers and producers can be cruel. And I heard that, Alfie, they pranked you with a script. They gave you a script that was a fake script just to freak you out. Tell us that story.
They did. Well, I just had no tact and was asking them the whole season whether I was going to die or not, because we get the scripts in a way where we get like, episodes 1 to 6, and then we'll get the last 4 later on. So I asked them, and they were just like shrugging their shoulders, sort of giving me that. And then I went on holiday. I had a 3-week break, and I'd been given this fake script where it was Bran comes out on the back of Hodor's back in Winterfell and says, this is my Winterfell, not yours, and stabs me in the heart. And so I thought it was a great way to go. Right. I thought it'd be memorable. And they called me up while I was on holiday saying, so, how do you like your ending? Do you like it? And I was like, yeah, it's cool, thanks, guys. And they're like, okay, cool. How would you feel about being a zombie next year? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. And like, okay, how would you feel about being a zombie with absolutely no dialogue whatsoever? I was like, well, I don't know. And they're like, come on, man, are you being serious? So, yeah, they can be kind of cruel with their
That's not just kind of cruel. That is... So none of that. It was all BS. They didn't mean any of it. Then you show up and you're like,
They love
you still got a job.
They love me.
John, do you worry about getting pranked?
I do, but my worry is that we're underestimating these guys. And my worry is that a lot of people have been pranked saying that they're going to die. My worry is that you're going to get 10 scripts and that you're going to have dynamite stuff. There's going to be scenes with people you've never had scenes with before, amazing narrative arc. You're going to emerge the hero of the piece. The day after, please find script amendments for episodes 1 to 10. Changes made, you're not in a single frame of it. All the best.
Is that possible? Could that happen? They could do that.
They can do whatever they want. Whatever they want.
Okay, Sophie, Sansa's been through a lot. Just so much. Before the season...
It's not real, folks.
No. Andy, no!
Oh. Sorry.
It is real. Where's the baby? Well, you've been through so much, and before the season even begins, it feels like unrelenting. Are you hoping that this season things start to get a little cheerier?
Well, I mean, we all are, but it's Game of Thrones, Conan.
I know, but I'm just thinking, you can have one episode where they're like, that's a good cookie, you know? Why can't there be one episode where they're like, I had a good night's sleep, me too. Anyone get killed? Not a one. See you next week. And then resume next week.
Yeah. And then we can all do like a little song and dance.
Yeah.
Blue, 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 Game of Thrones.
I like that song.
It's original, so.
Okay, I have to ask you something. Maisie, you shot how many, for so long, your character was filming in miserable, kind of cold conditions, right? Were you jealous that your castmate got to be filming in beautiful, just looked like a beautiful spa in Croatia?
The whole crew, including Sophie and a number of other cast members, would disappear for like 6 weeks. And then come back and like, yeah, we had a really amazing time in Croatia. It was so much fun. And Sophie would show me all the videos, like, oh, we were all just like playing in the ocean. It was really mean, actually. It hurt me. So, when I was told that this year I was going to Croatia, and Sophie listened, I was totally thrilled. And there was not a single ounce, like, of my body that felt bad at all. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna have an amazing time in Croatia without you.
Yeah. John, the fans of Game of Thrones are very opinionated. Yes. What is the strangest thing that you've been confronted with, the strangest opinion that you've been confronted with?
Well, it's a fact, really, more than an opinion. I was in London, and a guy came up to me and said, "Are you Game of Thrones?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "I'm a huge fan." I went, "Well, fantastic, I'm really..." He said, "Can I ask a question?" I went, "You just have nothing." And he said, "No, I've just been wondering, why are you still so fat?" And I said, what? He said, no, I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I mean, you're right up north, you're not eating anything, you're trekking across landscapes and running from things all the time. You should be losing weight. I mean, you should be losing weight. And I said, okay, look, this is a fantasy show. We've got fire-breathing giant dragons, we've got ice zombies, we've got a woman giving birth to a cloud. Why is it me still being fat that you just don't buy?
Yeah. That's a good... I have to ask Conleth, what is your strangest confrontation you've had with a fan?
Well, I told it earlier today. I was standing having a drink, and this woman ran towards me with her hand like that for my crotch.
A woman tried to grab your crotch.
Yeah, and I said, "What are you doing, Mom?" No, I didn't say
What? She's here.
She is.
And so did she explain herself?
Well, I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I just wanted to check there was something there." So, 2 hours later...
Yeah.
2 hours later, he pulled him out and showed the whole bar.
Yeah. How's this for ya? Hannah, you've had some trouble with loose lips. Is that true? Maybe letting some things slip about what's going to be happening in a show, and that's gotten you in a little bit of trouble?
You know, I'm a real liability, I think. I should not be trusted with any knowledge. And no, I think I just finished filming season 5, and I went straight to a friend's birthday party. And I told him that Jon Snow was going to die.
What?
Yeah, and he...
Well, let's set this up. The door opens. I'm glad you made it. Jon Snow gonna die.
And he looked at me, and he looked so sad. And he just said, because he loves the show, and he was like, "It's my birthday." Why are you telling me this? I mean, you shouldn't tell me this ever, but why are you telling me on my birthday, at my birthday party? It was, yeah.
That's awful.
Is he?
Sophie, you've been on the show since you were, what, 14?
13.
13. That's growing up fast, I would think, to be on that set with everything that's happening. Was that difficult to grow up that quickly?
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, my parents sat me down when I was like 15, and they were like, "I think it's time to talk about the birds and the bees." And I was like, I'm on Game of Thrones. I know everything there is to know and more. Like, I don't think I need any education there. I got it all sussed out. In the first episode, I mean, Tyrion and Ros, they're just going at it. Do you remember that? He pops his head
Yes,
up,
we remember
like,
that.
wow.
Yes, we remember it.
I don't have to remember it. I watch it so often.
It's good when you rewind it, too. Maisie, you almost missed out. Maisie, you almost missed out on your audition for Game of Thrones. Is that true?
Oh my God,
Happened.
The dragon.
Luke,
That was
I am
frightening.
your father.
I thought, yeah.
Yeah, so I nearly missed out on my first Game of Thrones audition because I wanted to go on a school trip to a pig farm. Because I was really down for that. And I have no idea what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'm going to miss a school trip and I get to wear my own clothes, don't have to wear a school uniform. Oh, God.
You didn't have to wear a school uniform to the audition, did you?
I did.
No, I know.
You were dressed as a schoolgirl.
Everyone else?
Natalie, Comic-Con, famous for you know, sort of fans, geeks, nerds, whatever they want to call themselves. You are a self-proclaimed nerd, is that right?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd.
And tell us, what you've taken it, you have actual proof that you are take this stuff pretty seriously. Science fiction.
Yeah, I mean, I have an original Blade Runner poster at home, which I was lucky enough to get Ridley Scott to sign when I worked with him. And I also have a tattoo, which some of you might know this little novel, sci-fi novel, one of the original, from which all the shows we love probably spurned from, is Dune.
Yeah.
I'm being told we are completely out of time. We've had, yeah. I'm sorry, we are. What's that? No, they only really give us an hour. And if we go longer than that, it just smashes into something else on this network. I don't remember what.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
Yeah, please don't yell out the answer. I want to thank everyone from Game of Thrones. I'm so sorry that we just couldn't keep talking because I think we could do this for hours. It's such a joy to have you here. You know, on last night's show, we had a treat. We had the 9 cast members from one of my all-time favorite shows, Game of Thrones. And they were... Love that show. They were great. It was a thrill for me personally. Unfortunately, we ran really short on time. I got to ask everyone in the cast a question, but we ended up having to break from the show before I got to speak with Liam Cunningham, who plays Davos, and I felt really bad about that. So I thought, why not bring Liam Cunningham back tonight to talk to him? And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I called him because I felt so bad and I wanted to apologize. He agreed to return. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Liam Cunningham. Thank you so much for coming back. I wanted to ask you the question I didn't get to ask you yesterday. With Melisandre arriving at Winterfell, do you think that Davos will now seek to avenge Stannis?
Go yourself.
I thought that went well.
Yeah.